Mother Church of Our Lady of Candelaria, where is it? Avenida Presidente Vargas, near Praça Pio X, no number. What is it? This is a very important church for the city of Rio de Janeiro. The church is known by locals as Igreja da Candelaria. It is one of the most important works of art in Brazil. The church has undergone transformations over time and has various styles of art in its construction and decoration. The Candelaria Church is open for visits from Monday to Friday, from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is closed on Saturdays. It is possible to attend Mass on Sundays, always at 10:30 a.m. History of the Church. The Portuguese Antonio Martins Palma and Leonor Gonçalves almost died during a storm on a ship. The ship was called Candelaria, and so they made a promise to Our Lady of Candelaria. They promised to build a small church in honor of Our Lady of Candelaria if they survived the storm. They kept their promise in 1609 and built the little church with the front facing Guanabara Bay, which at that time was very close to the entrance of the church and was the main way to get to the city. The church was renovated in 1710, but it needed to be bigger. Sergeant Major Francisco José Rocio, a Portuguese soldier, designed a new church. Construction began in 1775 with stones from the Candelaria quarry, which existed in what is now the Catete neighborhood. The new church was inaugurated in 1811 and was attended by King João VI, the future King of Portugal. In the past, the Candelaria Church only had a hall for the faithful to attend Mass. Sometime later, the church had to grow and now has 3 halls for the faithful. When we look at the ceiling of the church, we can see that it is not straight. It is shaped like an arch. What can we see in the Candelaria Church? When we get to the front of Candelaria Church, we can see that there has been a very important change. Guanabara Bay is no longer so close. In front of the church, we can see the Offerenda fountain, which has a bronze sculpture by the sculptor Humberto Cozzo. The front of the church, built in the 18th century, shows the perfect union between the white-painted parts and the dark granite stones. You can see bronze doors at the entrance to the church, made by the Portuguese Teixeira Lopes. Looking at the facade of the church, we can see that it has 2 bell towers. This means that it is a church that has relied on a lot of money for its construction throughout history. More humble churches only had 1 bell tower. On the ceiling of the main hall, where the faithful attend Mass, there are 6 paintings that tell the story of how the idea to build the church came about. In the dome, there is a painting depicting the Virgin Mary, virtues and biblical people such as Jesse, Isaiah, David, and Solomon. In the Church of Candelaria, there are beautiful windows with works of art in colored glass, called stained glass windows. The stained glass windows found in the Church of Candelaria were made in Germany. Inside the church, there are paintings and works of art everywhere. So many artists helped make the church what it is today that its style, full of different characteristics, has come to be called eclectic neoclassical. The decoration of the inside of the Church of Candelaria began in 1878. We can find a lot of Italian marble in various colors on the walls and columns of the church. The paintings were done by the Brazilian João Zeferino da Costa, who was a painter and professor at the Imperial Academy of Fine Arts. He had the help of several other artists, such as Henrique Bernadelli, Oscar Pereira da Silva, and Giambattista Castagneto. The main altar was painted by the Brazilian Archimedes Memoria. If you go to the center of the hall where the faithful sit, you'll notice that it is cut off by 2 side rooms. Looking up, you can see a rounded construction called a dome. The dome of the Church of Candelaria has 8 statues made by the Portuguese José Cesário de Salles, a famous artist of the time. The pulpits, the places where the priest and his assistants climb to read the Missary, are huge and were made by the Portuguese sculptor Rodolfo Pinto do Couto. Accessibility. The Church of Candelaria is located on the main avenue in the city of Rio de Janeiro. You can get to the church by metro, jump off at Uruguaiana Station, and walk for 5 minutes. Come and be amazed by this attraction.